Calkini has a cultural and artistic wealth. Its people, traditions, and customs come largely from the Mayan culture that dominated these territories for thousands of years. The Acanul lineage came from Petén, Guatemala. Tzab the eldest of the 9 brothers of the Canul lineage, founded Calkini, meaning throat of the sun, after the destruction of Mayapan in 1441 to 1443. The chiefdom of Acanul was established in the place where a beautiful ceiba, a sacred tree of the Mayans, had grown. The province of Acanul was one of the largest native states in the northern and more thickly populated half of the Yucatan Peninsula. From the west coast, it extended inland for an average distance of about 50 kilometers. Acanul included the present-day Campeche and the towns of Tenabo, Eselchacan, and Calkini. Mayan writings tell that after the destruction of Mayapan, 9 Canul brothers were the founders of the Calkin chiefdom, where each of the brothers founded a town. Thus, this chiefdom grew to become one of the most prosperous before the arrival of the Spanish. In 1541, Francisco de Montejo, known as El Mozo, subdued the descendants of Tzab Canul, and as a paradox, the capitulation was made in the shadow of the same ceiba tree where he founded Calkini. The settlement was then in the vicinity of Tucanan, in a place called Calkin. At the end of the conquest of the Mayans, Montejo gave Calkini entrustment to the Spaniard Don Gaspar Pacheco. Spiritually, the Mayans were educated from 1544 by the friars Luis de Villalpando and Juan de Herrera, who were the first missionaries to arrive in the territory. In 1785, the territory was listed as an encomienda of Antonia de Salazar. Already in independent Mexico, when the federal constitution of the United Mexican States was promulgated in 1824, the entire Yucatan Peninsula was constituted in the state of Yucatan, with rights for the formation of its internal regime, and thus Calkini rose to the category of town. In 1848, during the Caste War, Calkini hosted the meeting between the Mayan chiefs of the Camino Real, where Juan Chi motivated the indigenous population to protect and help the Europeans for the sake of peace and progress. Due to this situation, many Yucatecan families decided to settle in the Calkini region. Calkini's San Luis Obispo, or San Luis Calkini Church, was founded in 1549 by the Franciscan Fray Diego de Villalpando as a mission, and constructed on the base of the main ceremonial Mayan structure located on the site, thus ensuring both handily available building materials and a natural predisposition of the soon-to-be converted Mayan population to gravitate towards this sacred place. Its strategic location halfway between Campeche and Mérida made it both the head mission for the Franciscans in the region by 1588 and the second largest town in the entire province of the Yucatan, which then encompassed all 3 current states of the Yucatan Peninsula, Campeche and Quintana Roo. Today, it is a pretty town with many colorful facades and a manicured central plaza, and a popular stop for meandering tourists when traveling between Mérida and Campeche or to the nearby Isla Arena. Calkini boasted the largest number of indigenous inhabitants in the year 2000. According to census statistics, 42,000 of its inhabitants were classified as indigena, representing 89.6% of the population of the town. Calkini also had 26,558 inhabitants, 5 years of age or older, who spoke some indigenous language, representing 63.16% of the town's population and 28.3% of Campeche's entire indigenous-speaking population of 93,765. And almost all of these individuals, so 26,453 out of the 26,558, spoke the Maya language.
Tusatá.
Tusatá.
¿A dónde vienes?
¿Dónde viene Tusatá?
Tusatá. Tuskabin. ¿A dónde vas?
Okay.
Tus. Huené. Huené es dormir.
Dormir.
Yes, sleeping. I sleeping.
Okay.
Wake up.
Calkini is historically a land of artisans. Since ancient times, they have embodied their art, ideology, and customs in different natural materials. The artisan works that one finds are traditional poetry, works with processed clays, and synthetic fixatives. Crafts with natural fibers such as hippie, henequen, and palms, woodworks, hand and machine embroidered textiles, saddlery, and the weaving of fresh and traditional hammocks. The clay worked with ancient techniques transforms the earth into useful and varied objects such as pots, pitchers, vases, candlesticks, censers, and whistles. So I hope you've enjoyed this tour in history of the town of Calkini in the state of Campeche. If you did, please click the like button or leave a comment letting me know what you thought about the video. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, I have other similar videos of nearby towns in Campeche, including Pomuch, which has a interesting ritual regarding family members that have passed away, as well as the town of Tenabo, which was had some very friendly residents that I got to interact with, and that was quite fun. So those are two other videos on the channel, and I have other videos of the towns in this area of Campeche, as well as an upcoming video on the Mayan culture in present day, and talking about to which degree it still exists and its future. I got to interview some people of Mayan descent. And I have some other videos of the city of Campeche where I stayed for a few months, and of some other place in the Yucatan that I'm going to check out next. So if you want to check out those videos, I have a link to that playlist containing those videos in the description below this video, as well as another link to a playlist of the videos I made when I was bicycling through Mexico 3 years ago. That was part of a larger trip bicycling through Latin America. I've also bicycled through Eastern Africa and Eastern Europe, and I have playlists for all those countries that I've bicycled through available on this very same YouTube channel, Hum of the Earth. And if you'd like to see an interactive map of everywhere that I went and everything that I got to see and do, I have that available over at my website, followthehumoftheearth.com. Where you can click on the different locations and see the various blog posts and videos that I've made of those places. And if you'd like to follow my continuing adventures, through the Yucatan Peninsula and beyond, you can do so by clicking on the red subscribe button and clicking on the bell to be notified when new videos come out. Alright, so that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.